It's Monday Morning Momentum with your host, Mr Lisp, and today we're talking about progression and the most important part of it is when it's invisible, because many of it is invisible. Just like with whatever we're doing, if you're on a diet or you're on anything, the work you're putting in, you don't actually notice the results straight away, but you keep doing it and it's happening inside internally, and then it comes out externally, and then you get to see it. You start getting the compliments and whatnots and whatnots. You start to see that maybe your belt's gone down a notch, your whatever has reduced, and you need to start getting new clothes, whatnots and whatnots. But this is like what happens with progression. A lot of times we put in a lot of work, but it goes unnoticed to others, to ourselves. We're not seeing it because we're looking and fixating on the end goal. We're looking at the big result at the end, and we're not actually understanding that sometimes not until we look back we see the progress. But during it, we don't really see the progress. We just see it as either a chore, something I have to do, my routine or whatnot. And if we can make it a routine, it's even better. It's even better because then it's just become something you do. And if you're doing something every day, but you're just being that 1% better, the compound effect is going to be phenomenal at the end. And the results at the end are going to get you closer to where you need to be or where we want to be. But I'm kind of referring to a comment I had from one of the viewers, and it was a very valid comment because I thought it myself, many people have thought it, that you're putting in so much work, and it just feels like you're not getting the results. But I think the best way to look at it is, if you look at an iceberg, you only see a percentage above. That's what most people see: the success, the whatnots, and the accolades, and that's what people see. But people don't see what's below the surface: the hard work, the depth, the roots, the bits that's been embedded into you. That people don't see. That they don't see the sweat, the tears, the pain, the sorrow, the happiness, the array and the mass of emotions. People don't see that aspect of it until it gets to the point. And this is when you hear people turn around and say, "You're lucky, you're fortunate." But people don't understand that this ain't been luck. This has been work. This has been hours and hours and days and years of putting this graft in to get where I get to. And this is the same with a lot of when we look at celebrities, and celebrities are celebrated for their success within their field or within their craft or within what they do. That's what it is. They're not superhumans. They just put in work. Majority of them. Some open access and get through different ways, but majority of them have put in work, hours, countless hours when we're sleeping. When we're out partying, enjoying ourselves, they're putting in the work. They're working. They're working for free many times. But when they get their just deserves, people want to look at it and say, "Oh, you're lucky, you're this." And it's not to do with luck. It's to do with the work ethos. It's what you've put in. When you look at, for example, a farmer is not going to come harvest time and hope that he's going to get crop if he hasn't sowed anything. No, it's not going to happen. You have to be sowing in hope that you get your crop. It's not a guarantee that you're going to get crop, but if you're not even in the race, if you're not putting in that work, there's no point waiting for harvest time to expect to see what you're going to get. You ain't getting anything. And this is just like what it is. There's times you're going to put in a lot of work, and you're not seeing the results. You're not seeing what you believe you should be seeing. And a lot of times within ourselves is our line of reality and expectations are not aligned. So we might think, for example, you've done 10 minutes in the gym, you're looking in the mirror thinking you've lost weight. It doesn't work like that. 10 minutes every day, you look at it and you may see something or notice something, but it's not going to happen. You do it today, you're going to get the result straight away. In all cases, sometimes, I'm not saying it doesn't happen that way, but many times you've just got to be building and plugging on and plowing on, regardless. Because then when you get your peak, you get your peak. But within that time, you're building the foundation, and then you're building on top of that. First floor, second floor, you see what I'm saying? But you can't expect to go to the top floor and then your foundation is weak, because any sort of anything will crumble, you're going down. And that is just what it is. It's going to be hard work. It's brick by brick. It's a slow pace for many of us. It's a thing where we don't see the end for many of us. But it's that you keep going and you keep going and you keep going, and when it comes, you've deserved it. And sometimes it's stopping where you are and just looking back, because you've got to recognize your growth before anybody else see it. The recognition comes from within you. So you've got to stop, look back and be like, do you know what? I'm not where I am, but 7 months ago, I couldn't fit into that top. I can now. 7 months ago, I was walking up the stairs out of breath, but now I can. It's little things that you got to look back on. You may not be able to get into the size clothing that you wanted or you want to, but you're getting there. And it's a process, and that's what it is. Everything is a process, and it's understanding, trust the process, trust yourself. No one knows yourself better than you. Yeah, so trust yourself, trust the process. But I'm going to love you and leave you. It's a Monday. Doesn't have to be a week or a day of perfection, but it does need to be progression. Yeah, keep striving. First 10 minutes of the day, it's definitely how you set yourself up. Let me know what you're doing with your 10 minutes. Come on, guys. Let's get interactive. I'm asking many questions and I'm not getting much feedback. So, yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to catch you on the next one. Have a fantastic one. Check out the video there and there. Mr Lisp out. Have a great week.